Yo, yo, yappers. Welcome back to day 26 of Daily Yap Session, which I wish was actually daily, but what are you gonna do? Mostly daily Yap Sessions. But yeah, here, as I promised yesterday, we're gonna continue on our talks about kind of fighting games with a specific talk about 2XKO, a game that I kind of really want to get into again. Actually, sorry, I should specify. It's about 2XKO specific. You know what? Like, we're talking about specifically 2XKO, even though I haven't really fully played the game in a bit. We'll talk about its initial thought. We'll just title this Initial Thoughts of 2XKO, and then we'll do a later 2XKO video, and then even probably later a Thresh video, because Thresh has been revealed recently, which has been obviously that revealed trailer alongside Senna. That's been my big reason for wanting to get back into the game, as well as, wanting to play fighting games more in general as of late. And god damn, does Thresh look fun as hell. It's a perfect fucking kind of what I wanted to see from it is the fucking lantern. I did not even think about the lantern fucking combos. Oh my god, it looks like you can basically tag in with the you can tag your teammates in with the lantern and they'll tag in where the lantern was. It seems like you could probably teleport to the lantern, which I didn't think about. I think I saw that in the trailer, if not my bad, but that's what I saw, and it was like, god damn, this shit looks sick. Obviously, the fucking pull-ins, the fucking just all around fucking him up. The I don't know which super it was, but the one with him basically making his ult from League and then them fucking pinballing around it. God, this looks so fucking sick. His general design is so much sicker, so much cooler, and I'm so excited to try it out. It's when 2XK was initially coming out, I put all my money on being the last character because I think we were waiting on like seeing, because they were like, yeah, 10 characters off start or some shit like that. It was some amount of characters and we were waiting on the last one. And then I said, I would put all my money on Thresh because we hadn't had a Shadow Isles like representative at all at that point. And a lot of other people were like, yep, they're going to try to make as many regions in here as possible, and instead we got like 5 Zon and built over characters, which was unfortunate. But yeah, that was the character I was A, thinking would be in, and B, most wanted in, because that was a character that seemed like it would come. Like, obviously I would want like Mundo in because that's who I played in League. However, at a point, or like an idea from a fighting games perspective, and like one that makes sense to be in because Riot, they're gonna go with the popular characters to add to the fighting game first a bit, because it's just, that makes sense, right? So my wish list really was Thresh at the top, and we finally got him, and he looks so sick. And I think a lot of that part, I should talk about 2XKO more here now. Okay, 2XKO, when the game was initially coming out, really excited because as we saw with stuff like Valorant, and then they tried to do with Legends of Runeterra, and they're trying to do with the League MMO, which we'll see how that goes. This is their kind of run to try to go into fighting games. They saw the market of fighting games was kind of low, and we're like, all right, let me try to make a like super popular and kind of profitable what's it called, basically they saw a gap in the market here and they wanted to go for it, because as a lot of people agree with, fighting games barrier of entry is very high. It is very difficult to get into fighting games because not everyone likes just losing 10 million times in a row and trying to learn rather than, just haha me win all the time. So it's like they came in and they won. I was really excited for that because obviously with Valorant they did it, Legends of Runeterra they did pretty well. I swear they had other games. Oh, TFT, duh. Fucking like League adjacent game I've literally played the most of, probably more than League. I can't believe I forgot TFT. Yeah, so they saw the gap in the market, tried to go for it, and their biggest thing was, as it seemed, was trying to make it more beginner friendly, let people come in and be able to learn a fighting game and have that part, but like still make it a fighting game. And I was really fucking excited because like, hell yeah, we're gonna finally get, a fighting game like fully on that market, and that something can like really compete with the giants in the genre, being Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Smash. Like, and I was so excited for it. And then it came out, and I mean, it was good, don't get me wrong. And I think honestly what kind of really hurt it was there being a beta rather than a full release. I get why they did beta, kind of showed off, test run it, see how things went. However, I think it kind of fucked it because it came out and I mean, like when it initially came out, like beta, like fully, like I can understand doing a closed beta where you like select people and do everything. However, this was like more of an open beta where it was kind of just you signed up for it and they probably got you in. Like most people got in, I feel like. So it was kind of fucked it because first off, things didn't like fully feel balanced. There was not a lot of characters at all. And I mean, that's gotten a little better, obviously. I mean, they added like Teemo, Warwick, Caitlyn, who else did we get? Akali, Senna, Thresh. Those are, I think, now who are in. And it's like, I think, very great additions, and I'm glad there's more characters here because, I mean, you're having to pick two characters out of a very small roster. It feels like you're playing almost the same character every time, and there's not really like it didn't feel like there was a character for everyone almost in a sense, which is kind of a thing they missed on. I think even if because the thing is that all of the characters are amazingly made. Don't get me wrong, all the characters fit their archetype and like the things that you want to see for them so well. However, they kind of, I mean, taking that long to, polish those out kind of was a bit of their downfall where it just, they didn't have enough characters on launch. Where I think, yes, it would have maybe sucked a bit to, like, give it, I mean, the game hasn't even been out a year yet and they've added, like, 5 more characters or so. It's like, I mean, give it another year. And I don't, like, obviously people in the time when he would announce it would have been like, what the hell, man? But I think I think it really could have dealt with another year in, like, cooking. Which is really unfortunate because I don't blame them for not thinking that because they obviously did have, like, closed betas and stuff. And they were, like, as far as I know, very involved with the fighting game community, asking people what they should run in, what they should, build, what they should do. And obviously this game was announced so long ago, back at like League's like 10-year anniversary, which was I think like 6 years ago or something now. It's crazy. So it was like so much hype was built up for this and people asking about what happened to it, when are we getting it. And then obviously, they expected this hype. This was supposed to be the next big fighting game, which it kind of is. However, it was supposed to be like almost a fucking like the biggest fighting game almost in a sense, when that's not what this is at all. Just straight up. I do think it's up there with the others, and it is, I think, going to get better with time, more characters added, more time for them to cook. And honestly, I think that kind of cooked them was the two-player thing because most people just didn't want to play with two people. And I get why they did it, They can be like, oh yeah, we try to make them, play with another person. That's a good way because, as anyone knows, games are always better with two people. However, I don't think it works so much for this game where you need to learn two characters now instead of one for the most part, because most of the time you're not actually playing with the second person. Because I think they're trying to fix that by making like the new Switch. I forget what their system is called for those, but yeah, they made that new one where it's their two people are able to kind of play at the same time, and it's like at literally the same time, I should more say, because obviously two people can play at the same time even before this. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just having to main two characters just it's not a thing, and it's like most people aren't interested in that, and I think most other people, if they are interested in that, they're kind of going to go for other options over 2xKO. Like, 2 is such a weird number where I think 3 is kind of that perfect sense. I mean, look at Invincible Versus has came out and done pretty well, and I think does the whole tag fighter idea a lot better. I think they kind of restricted themselves a bit by wanting to do this tag fighter with where they want the characters to be so in depth, but then also have two of them. Where I think it would have been better to either, sure, you could have kept the more in depth way, but just make it a 1v1, or kind of do where you'd have less in depth characters, but more of them, so that more options are out there for people. But yeah, this has somehow been well over 10 minutes here. I didn't realize how much I had to yap about 2XKO. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will definitely be playing the game June 9th, and a little after when, once Thresh is in, I'm definitely giving the game another try. Might play Rivals of Aether 2 a little less, but I can play both games at once. Why not? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see y'all tomorrow.